Hey guys, I want to welcome you back to another Zoronden cast, and you are turned into a Starcraft 2 match. What I'm bringing you this week is a series of games from the Red Bull Battlegrounds that happened just last weekend. This will be the grand finale, so the final match between SKMC and STBomber. So I wanted to bring you these games. It's a very good set of games, so nothing further than that. Let's get to it. We do have MC in the bottom left corner. He is the blue Protoss, and in the top right corner we have Bomber, who is the red Terran. Bomber is of course starting off his wall off, and of course MC is down here chronoing out a few probes, and he's gonna drop that gateway and head on up to scout out Bomber's base. Quick gas going down by MC, and that last supply depot goes up. He doesn't even build it, he just pops it up, and look at that. MC cannot get in the base now. But he is gonna attack it, and if he and Bomber right into that is building that supply depot again. Very tricky and good thinking by Bomber. And of course this is a pro league, top-notch players. I mean, this is obviously a championship round of a tournament, so this is going to be the best play that I've casted to date. And of course there is a cybernetics core down for MC, and he's going to start chronoing out that stalker. He does already of course have a zealot out as well. And coming across the map, we have a couple Marines. They're going to sit at this watchtower for now. So this action is already heating up. And a command center going down by Bomber up on his base. And MC's not going to be able to see that. That probe does go down, unfortunately. And that wall up does go up. So at this time, MC is going for that fast his expansion down there is natural. And he does not think Bomber is expanding, because typically the players are going to expand down here to get more mining time in. So he's suspecting that Bomber's probably doing an all-in, or maybe some Banshee play or something like that. So that is going to affect how MC plays out the rest of this game. A little bit of combat going on by the players here. A few Marines go down as well as the Zealot, but MC does have to pull out after losing that Zealot. A bunker going up here by Bomber. Here comes his expansion command center, gonna finally get into place and start mining. But that is causing MC to place some pylons in interesting locations in case he has to plop up cannons. And he didn't get a forge yet, so he didn't go too far down the line of planning for a Banshee attack. And of course he did grab a orbital command here, Bomber did. A little bit of sniping there by MC, not bad. He noticed the Marine was low enough to die, so he took his shot and then pulled out, because with the watchtower, Bomber would have had high ground vision. We do see plenty of sentries coming out, because this is such a big gap. If he wants to force field it off, he's going to have a ton of sentries. Warp gate has finished. A robotics facility coming out by MC. So not too much going on around the 7.5 minute mark. However, Bomber does have a fairly large force up, and it looks like MC might be trying to push this front door. Let's see how this goes down. A little poke in by the stalker there. However, that bunker is full, and that's a lot of Marines. I don't think MC can quite take this. He is going to pull back. Yeah, just too many Marines there. So he is going to pull out for now. Going to need some more troops to break that line. And I would suspect that Bomber is going to be doing something soon, because he's got quite a hefty amount of troops at this point. Of course, they're all Marines. He doesn't have a ton of gas units at the moment. Actually, he doesn't have any gas units at the moment. So we'll have to see what he's planning to do about that. And observer coming out for MC, gonna finally get in some scouting on this main base, and there is no detection other than a scan. So He is going to see everything he wants to see, including a third going down. Just going to park that observer right there. And of course, Bomber now sending his unneeded factory down south to do some scouting, perhaps some wall positioning, as this small medevac marauder and large marine ball comes down to accompany that factory. So we're looking to get some quick action here by both players. Oh, and MC's coming down to do an expansion. So Bomber parks a marine there. Let's see how that plays out. MC does have the money for an expansion. He did go ahead and spend a little bit. Let's see. Here he comes for that expansion. That marine chases the probe off. 2 zealots warp in. The marine does have to run off, and that expansion goes on up. However, in the meantime, a little bit of scouting by the marine over here. He's going to go down to those marines. What I was going to say is, of course, the MMM ball did run home, and then the factory just kind of parking over here in the meantime. So he delayed that expansion by, 10, 20 seconds, but that can really affect a player, especially when Bomber is now on 3 base. Oh, and that factory's going to go down to some stalkers. Not a huge loss by Bomber, just kind of a unit that he could use to make a mobile wall or something like that. But now we are seeing tons of gas. Yeah, he does have 6 gas now for Bomber. And MC mounting at the wall. Got a huge zealot stalker and a couple archons, some sentries. This force could cause some serious damage if he gets it in on the right place on Bomber. Blinking out there, all those stemmed up marine marauders would have done some serious damage. So this is going to be a game of cat and mouse here to see which player makes the wrong move and just ends up having their army get sauced. Oh, but MC going down here and Bomber going for the base. We might have a base trade incoming. So here comes MC. This is just ripe for the taking. There are no units in here. It looks like we might have had a warp prism drop in the main. Fortunately, I missed that with all the other action going on. A few zealots warping in. Oh, and MC appears to be pulling his army back, not wanting to go for the base trade. And I don't know if that's the right decision. Yeah, he turns his army back around and going into Bomber's base. But I think the damage is done. I mean, the natural pops. He's going down to the 3rd now. And, oh, all in here by Bomber, taking all his SCVs off the line. Marines shooting from the high ground. He is blinking a few stalkers up there to try to get high ground vision, but the zealots break the SCV line. Stalkers blinking up. That marine force is going down. However, the 3rd has popped for MC. Bomber is building a ton of racks up in the top left. His orbital over here is still alive. 1 lone zealot taking out supply depots. And this army is cleaning up the main of Bomber. And now that Bomber's army has taken out the natural and the 3rd, that army is retreating. So he's not looking to take out this base entirely. Of course, there are quite a few storms there. It could have done some serious damage. But he's going to run home and defend his 3rd, maybe his natural. And this army actually is going to be pretty deadly to what MC has left. He could corral him in his own main and just kind of contain his army there. It'd be unfortunate for MC if that is what goes down. And here he comes. MC, of course, does not know this. Oh, and a little... There's a force field going down, blocking MC's army, keeping it safe inside of Bomber's natural. That's very bizarre. Oh, but a drop play by Bomber into his own main. And he is... Oh, EMP on the zealots. Those shields are just obliterated. And he's getting the rest of his units up here. Oh, Storm goes down on the Marines. Oh, it's just getting slaughtered down here. The Ghost doing a lot of sniping. Oh, more EMPs on those Archons, and they just, completely sauced without shields. And it looks like Bomber just barely going to be able to clean up this small remaining army of MCs. We are almost at a clean slate here. Oh, but Bomber does actually almost have double the food count than MC. This is a bad position for MC. Of course, Bomber also's got these 5 racks over here. He's reset up his natural, still has his Ghost Academy. He's actually got 3 command centers as orbitals, so he's got tons of mules. And here comes this army to attack MC. This is not looking good for MC. I think Bomber might have pulled this off with that kind of contain of MC's army within his own game. And here comes the troops beating at the wall. Let's see if MC can hold this off. A good storm there on the Ghost. He's going to need more storms like that to pull this off. Oh, but the Zealots and Archons all go down, and MC calls the GG. Alright, guys. This is a best of 7 series, so there's going to be at most 6 more games coming up. So I'm going to bringing you those the rest of this week. So we're going to have a little bit of a Starcraft heavy week. So stay tuned. I am Zoronden. Please subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side.